In this episode, we're talking about 5 causes of infertility that your doctor is missing. Welcome to the Finally Get Pregnant Naturally podcast, the podcast helping women identify the real reasons you haven't conceived or stayed pregnant so you and your partner can finally grow the family of your dreams. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Wood. Let's dive in, shall we? 3 things you'll learn in today's episode. The true root causes of infertility that are rarely addressed in conventional care, how these unaddressed issues quietly interfere with ovulation, implantation, and a healthy pregnancy, and why your body is not broken, and what it actually needs to feel safe, supported, and ready to conceive. So let's talk about root cause number 1, and this is definitely something that your doctor is never going to ask you about or address, and that is a dysregulated nervous system. And this is so important, okay? Because before your body has a healthy ovulation, healthy implantation, and can sustain a healthy pregnancy, it has to feel safe. And this is very, very important, okay? And in this day and age, a lot of our nervous systems are very dysregulated for so many different reasons. When we have things going on like chronic stress, and this could even be like a lifetime of chronic stress, like stemming all the way back even to your childhood, depending on some things that were going on for you. Experiencing fertility trauma, right? If you've had any invasive procedures, the list could go on and on. Experiencing repeated losses, over exercising, under eating, being someone who has a pattern of perfectionism, people pleasing, the constant monitoring of your cycles, the constant jumping into Google rabbit holes and like over obsessing about your fertility and how you can fix it, okay? Like even to the extent of orthorexia, okay? All of this is keeping your nervous system stuck in fight or flight. And when the body perceives a threat, your ovulation can become inconsistent, your progesterone can drop, blood flow is diverted away from the uterus and your reproductive organs, implantation may become more difficult, and your immune system shifts more towards inflammation. And the crazy part is you can have picture perfect labs and still your body physiologically feels unsafe for pregnancy. And this isn't your body failing you. This is actually your body protecting you, because if your body doesn't feel safe, then how could you possibly create and nourish another human being from the inside out, pretty much? So your fertility is going to thrive with a regulated nervous system. And that's when your body feels nourished, supported, and safe enough to reproduce. Root cause number 2 is chronic inflammation and immune activation. A lot of couples who are told that they have unexplained infertility, implantation failure, or are experiencing recurrent miscarriage, inflammation is almost always present at the core underneath. And this inflammation could be driven by things like gut infections like H. pylori, parasites, yeast overgrowth, dysbiosis or poor gut immune system communication, food sensitivities such as gluten or dairy, having exposure to mold or other toxins. And all of these things can be caused by poor nutrition, chronic stress, poor sleep. And when inflammation is high, egg and sperm quality decline. Implantation becomes more difficult, and the immune system can begin attacking your body or even the pregnancy because it is seeing everything as like a foreign invader. It's in overdrive. In conventional medicine, looks for autoimmune diseases in your lab panels, but it's never going to look and address at what is actually driving the autoimmunity in the first place. And a lot of people think, oh, I have this autoimmune condition, I'm stuck with it, there's nothing I can do about it. No, that autoimmune condition did not just start from nowhere. There's a root cause as to why that condition started to begin with. So, root cause number 3, metabolic dysfunction. And this could even be if you look quote unquote healthy from the outside. And this one honestly surprises a lot of people. So, if you think about it, fertility is a very energy demanding state, and so is pregnancy. If your body doesn't trust that it is having enough raw resources coming in, as in food, hydration, minerals, things like that, reproduction is going to go on the back burner. So, some signs that your metabolism could need some TLC and some extra support. You're not hungry in the morning. This one is super common. You feel shaky, anxious, or fatigued between meals. You have cold hands or feet. You're experiencing low progesterone or short luteal phases. You have irregular cycles or PCOS, and you're experiencing some thyroid symptoms, which really can include the above, despite having normal thyroid labs. And this can often stem from chronic dieting, right? Yo-yo dieting, under eating, long-term low carb or low fat intake, excessive fasting or not fasting in a way that's supporting reproduction, mineral depletion. So your body isn't just ovulating because that's something that a woman's body does. Your body ovulates when it senses a overflow of resources, an abundance of nourishment. That's when procreation can happen. Root cause number 4, having blocked detox and drainage pathways. So, estrogen dominance isn't the root cause. That's actually just a symptom of the root cause. So, when our detox pathways are overloaded, estrogen can recirculate back into the body instead of being properly cleared. And then this can overburden our liver even more. Our liver is struggling to keep up with hormone metabolism and also the metabolism of other toxins and things. Our gut reabsorbs hormones. So if you're having any gut dysbiosis going on, that can cause the reabsorption of estrogen into the body. If you're experiencing lymphatic stagnation, toxins can get stuck into our lymphatic system. Methylation pathways can slow down, and some common contributors to this could be constipation due to maybe you're not getting enough fiber in your diet, you're not moving enough, you're not hydrating enough, having poor bile flow, having low mineral and nutrient status, and having chronic stress layered into all of these things. So your body cannot simply not prioritize pregnancy if it's feeling overwhelmed by all of the internal waste going on. And it's so important to make sure that your drainage pathways are open, and that is how all of your innate detox organs can work optimally, and that's how you can have beautiful hormonal balance to support a healthy fertility. Root cause number 5, malfactor fertility being overlooked. Okay. This is a shared journey. It's a 50-50, right? 50% from mom, a 50% from dad. And a lot of times we're not checking the men. We're not actually looking at their inflammation status, their blood sugar, their hormones too, their testosterone. And we're not testing semen analysis until like way down the road. So people are struggling to get pregnant for a year or more, and then then we'll test the men. And then oftentimes, even a standard semen analysis, that's not giving us a full picture. A lot of times it's just measuring count and motility. Sometimes it's not even measuring morphology, which is a big issue. And then you could even have a quote unquote normal semen analysis, but you could have something called DNA fragmentation that is typically not tested for. It's a little bit more expensive. And that can be due to things like oxidative stress, inflammation, heat damage. There could be so many different causes of that, like sauna and hot tub use, having a laptop on your lap, tight clothing, poor sleep, poor nutrition, having gut dysfunction or imbalances, high toxin exposure, lots of stress, so many different things. And men need to support their fertility just as much as women need to support their fertility as well. So if you think about it, all of these top five, really what comes down to causing all of these things is what I like to call fertility foundations. That's nutrition. That is your lifestyle, which includes things like sleep, movement, stress, all of those different things. And if you have one or more of these that aren't being fully or optimally supported, then we can go into a lot of these things. And in these fertility foundations just are not being addressed in the doctor's office. And then, of course, the symptoms of these fertility root cause foundations, if they're out of whack, like metabolic dysfunction, the inflammation, all of those things, those are not being looked at. It's just surface level labs. Oh, things look normal, or maybe things don't look normal. Oh, you need to do IVF. When all you really have to do at the end of the day is address your fertility foundations. And this is exactly what I help my clients with. Okay. So let's talk about what we covered today. We talked about why infertility is rarely a single issue, and it's really not a lack of effort on your part. It's just a lack of probably understanding and the doctor not digging deeper into what they could be looking into to help support you. We talked about how a dysregulated nervous system can shut down ovulation and all the things that you need to support a healthy pregnancy, how chronic inflammation and your immune system can disrupt fertility signals, why metabolism and nourishment are an absolute non-negotiable for hormone health, and also how blocked detox and drainage pathways can lead to estrogen issues, and why male factor fertility must be addressed, far beyond a basic semen analysis. So the biggest takeaway to remember, your body isn't failing. It is just really speaking to you to let you know, hey, things are out of balance here. Our bodies were so wonderfully made with all of the things that we need to have a healthy being. But when we have different things like disrupted sleep or under eating, chronic stress, those are going to take everything out of balance. Okay. And when you address fertility at the root, you're addressing these fertility foundations. That is when your body finally feels like it has the safety and the resources it needs to support a healthy pregnancy. So if you are ready to make sure that your fertility foundations are on lock for 2026 and you want help figuring out what are your unique fertility root causes and the exact next steps to start boosting your fertility now, book your free fertility strategy call so we can map out your personalized plan to finally grow the family of your dreams. The link is in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a gorgeous day. I'll see you on our next episode, released every Tuesday and Thursday. Are you ready to finally discover why you haven't been able to get or stay pregnant? The Ultimate Fertility Blueprint is a quick, insightful quiz designed to reveal your overall capacity to conceive and help you discover potential root causes and areas to address to improve your fertility so you can finally get and stay pregnant. You'll find the link in the show notes. As a quick reminder and disclaimer, this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your doctor or healthcare provider before starting any new supplement or protocol, especially if you're actively trying to conceive or undergoing treatment.